Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, the tarot to communicate energies to you, beautiful viewer. I am super pumped to do today's reading. We'll be looking at the next 7 days. Now, I am trying to make more efficiencies on this channel, so you'll notice I have a playlist in there. You have different subsections based in groupings of my videos, pick a cards, collective readings, zodiac readings. So if you're looking for something particular, you might want to check out the playlist. Also, we'll be pulling the cards on video, but to save time, I will include a link below that will take you directly to the reading. But we have a lot of cards to pick here for the 3 piles. So what we'll do is we'll pull the first 3, and these will be your 3 options to choose from for this pick a card, looking at the next 7 days and what Spirit wants to communicate in regards to the energy coming towards you in the next 7 days. Please keep in mind this is a timeless reading, so whenever you click on the video, the message was meant to find you at that time. Looks like we have the first 2, and there's your 3rd option right there. So once you select your card, which I will flip over, you can select below. The timestamps will be in the description box and in the pinned comment. And I will also include all the pre-shuffled cards, which I don't generally include in my videos. But for those of you guys who like the cards being shuffled on video, I will include that. And then for those of you guys wanting to go straight to the reading, I will include that in the timestamp as well. So for pile number 1, you guys have the sap of the moon planet. Option number 1, 41 might be significant for your number. Here we have disillusion with 65, or number 11, disillusion. And we have mystical sister with the number 50, or number 5. All right, so feel free to pause the video. Whichever card you're intuitively guided towards will have the message for you. It could be that you're drawn to more than one pile. Just means there's multiple aspects of energy in the next 7 days that Spirit wants to communicate to you. And please use your intuition to guide you in and to see if you are resonating with the message. I will let the video run and I will see you at your pick. Hello, beautiful. Option number 1, you pick the sap of the moon planet. Let's get into your cards before we get into your reading. If you want to skip ahead where all the cards are laid out, you can select that from the timestamp as well. We'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message here for beautiful pile number 1. The next 7 days ahead for this timeless reading right here, right now. What is the energy in the next 7 days for beautiful pile number 1? Pile number 1, thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. I'm so blessed. We have Sagittarius with expand, the number 9. We have dog, number 18 or number 9 as well. We have the 10 of hearts, which is the 10 of cups. We have the shapeshifter, number 15. I do feel like switching those over. All right. Clear and concise message for the next 7 days for pile number 1. We have the runaway secrets, running from problems. Move these out of our way. We have companionship with animals. Interesting. We have Stag Spirit, take the lead, number 58. We have wrath with 54, or the number 9. We have the mage hand. We have charmed. I have one more oracle card before we pull tarot. We have serendipity with the number 18 or the number 9 coming out again. All right, so let us pull some tarot for you fine people. Clear and concise message for pile number 1. Energy in the next 7 days. What is energetically coming towards pile number 1 in the next 7 days, Spirit? Clear and concise message. Thank you so much for the greatest and highest good of pile number 1. Please protect me as I channel this message and pile number 1 as this message is delivered. Thank you so much. We have justice. Spirit's wanting them in the upright. You guys might be resonating with a Libra, Sagittarius. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Two of Coins and one more. We have the Eight of Swords. All right. Beautiful pile number 1. Very mixed energy here for the next 7 days. So give me a minute to tap into all this energy. Okay. So in the next 7 days, you're going to come across a situation here that I think is going to leave you feeling kind of stuck or not really knowing which option to choose or which way to go. I think you're going to contemplate. I believe there's most likely 2 options, or going for something and doing the same old. Okay, so you're going to be kind of contemplating back and forth, either not acting or feeling like you can't act or move forward, or choosing this option, or you could be picking between 2 things. I feel more it is you having to decide to move forward with something here, okay? And I feel you're really in your head about it. And I do feel like the more in your head about it, the more stuck you get, the more back and forth and indecisive you are. And I do feel like there is a need for you to act in truth, despite in the moment it's going to seem like it's probably the least optimal thing for you to do, or there's something about acting that comes with a downside here, okay? And so I feel it holds you back, or it keeps you kind of contemplating whether to move forward or not. But the message here is really loud. And this message is, because you act in truth and follow your greatest truth here, there is a series of, let's say, positive effects that follow this. Okay, so what that means is you're expecting maybe one result here, and it opens the door to something else synchronistically, okay, with this serendipity card. I feel like there's a series of events that unfold due to you taking the initiative to make this decision. So I believe it comes as a thought, and you could very well just leave it alone and not decide and not choose anything and continue down whatever path. But I think this thought becomes a sort of a compulsion to act in line with truth, although you're aware, or your energy says that you are kind of concerned about something here that might come as a result of you taking action. But it brings a whole series of steps forward here that allows there to bring in balance, and it also allows there to bring in a series of circumstances that will unfold. Okay, so I think there is a warning here that if you do not act, so it's either you have an opportunity to say something in the moment, or to choose something here rather than stay quiet, or to move forward with something here. And if you don't, I feel like there is a consequence here that I don't think you're going to like very much. Although I think when you're contemplating, the consequence doesn't seem all that bad. I think you're kind of weighing the pros and cons, but I don't think you see the con of not moving forward, particularly all these series of events that unfold, choosing to act or move forward with this. But also there's a series of events that unfold in more of a not optimal way if you choose not to act, choose not to respond, choose not to go or make this option. Now for all of you guys, it could be something different, and I'm not quite sure what this is, but it is something that I feel you're in your head about. I also feel like Spirit's really wanting you to go with the flow of what you're feeling more so than what you're thinking, because I feel like once you start thinking about it more and more, you start to lean towards not acting, or there's a fear and an outcome here that that you think if you do act or move forward with this, that there'll be a negative result. But that's couldn't be further from the truth. I feel like there is something here beneficial that opens the door here. I'm getting a message that for some of you guys, this could be an opportunity that comes forward from a friend through communication. So either a friend's going to ask you to do something, to go out, to help them with a favor, or something that a friend's going to do here. And if it doesn't come from a friend, which I feel for a lot of you guys it is, I also feel an energy of somebody here who has your back. So it might be something in which you're having to decide, but you're like, ugh, but I'm alone, or it's going to be difficult to do this because of resources, or feeling like you're having to pull through something here on your own. But there is somebody that steps forward here, I believe, that helps this, whatever this is, in rolling it out. And then I do feel there's a series of fortunate events that unfold because of this. So yeah, the longer you're contemplating, the longer you're in your head, and if you don't act, I feel there is something here that I think you're not expecting to come as a downside here of not moving forward with something. For some of you guys, this might be also having to invest something. So could be financial, there could be like a fee to get in, or I feel more it's the cost of admission here, okay? And what that could mean is different things for different people. It could mean you have to invest your time for an hour here to get the benefits. It might mean you have to, I don't know, do a favor for someone that kind of puts you out, or somebody asks you, oh, okay, so my email's confirming that when I said someone's asking you for a favor that puts you out. So I feel like it's something like this, like, can you pick up my dog after work because I'm all the way across town? And so you know that it's, it is on your way home, but you're planning on going home, and you're like, I could just say no and go straight home, or I could stop there, pick up the dog. There's really nothing beneficial here for me. And now you're investing time. Maybe you have to pay a little bit more for gas or whatever the case may be, because now you got to go drop off the dog and get stuck in traffic, that sort of a thing. So I feel like you build it up to be something that it could be negative, or could be more of a more of something you're having to invest in than gain from. But I feel like the turn of events here will be someone you can either run into at this place that provides you with some sort of information or inspiration for that one thing you were kind of working on, or you might find a stray, I'm getting for some of you guys, that I don't know, somehow you pick up and it ends up being some lifetime loyal pet. I don't know, something like this that is happening here, that is actually unfolding for the greater fate in your future, in your rollout here. Okay. Yeah, I feel like there's a need to kind of go with the flow and not hesitate, because I don't think this is something that you can hum and haw over for days. I feel like this is someone, again, a friend maybe calling you saying, can you do this? And I mean, you got to provide an answer, yes or no, on the spot, and just take the lead and, and agree to whatever this thing is here. Again, you don't have to agree to anything, but I do feel like there's something here about you doing this favor, you going out of your way, and then you benefiting something here from your efforts that I don't think you're expecting, and it unfolds quite magically here for you. That's absolutely beautiful. I think it's a long-term thing as well. Okay, like I said, like if it's you get an answer or information to something you've been working on for quite some time, that opens the door to, your future potential with work or with a creative project. Or like I said, if you come across a stray that you take in, it becomes a lifetime pet for several years. Something here that's impacting your future rollout here. Yeah, I'm getting for a lot of you guys, you make a good companion. Okay, could be an animal, could be meeting a person, someone invaluable to your future, that you would have never had met, or that you would have never had come across, that I feel really helps you provide some sort of answer, or some sort of healing, or some sort of guidance that I think was not intentional here. All right, so that is a strong message for you guys. Took me a little bit to tap into it. If you're drawn to any other pile, I will see you there. If not, have fun in the next 7 days. Remember, do not feel obligated to do something you're not willing to do. I think when this comes up, you might know what it is. I don't feel like it's something that's going to completely put you out, but it might be something that you're building up to be maybe a little more negative than it is, and it can be further from the truth. I feel like there is a great reward here in you being kind, in you doing something in truth, or doing something out of, being just in a situation that you would want others to do for you. So I will see you soon. Pile number 1, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous pile number 2. You picked the disillusion card here, 65. All right, so let's pull your oracle cards together here. You can skip ahead if you'd like. I will be always including the skip throughs in my video, but some of you guys like the picking of the cards, and some of you guys want to skip ahead. That's absolutely fine. We're asking Spirit to share with us the next 7 days. So what energy is coming into being in the next 7 days for beautiful pile number 2? What is the energy coming for beautiful pile number 2? So we had vicious mockery and frightened. Interesting. All right. Next 7 days for beautiful pile number 2. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2, Spirit. Clear and concise message. Thank you so, so much. And thank you so much, pile number 2, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. We have Imagine with the number 20. Look at all the blue. We have transformation with pressure, number 26, or the number 8. We have gifts, number 21, or the number 3. Clear and concise message. Whoa, for beautiful pile number 2 spirit, for the greatest and highest good. What does pile number 2 need to hear right now in regards to the next 7 days? Please protect me as I channel this message, and please protect pile number 2 as we deliver this message. So we have whale spirit, number 65, or the number 11. Trust the great mystery. We have scythe, number 10, showing up. And we also have the Jack of Diamonds, which could be the Knight or the Page of Pentacles. And that's the scythe in the Lenormand card, or the Lenormand deck. We have the Thief, seizing the moment, selfishness. We have 9th house with exploration, number 47. Number 11 coming out again. Eleven is a very divine number. All right, so exploration. Yeah, the 9th house, it's all about travel, wisdom, higher education, religion, learning, ethics. All right, so we have the stone, 67 coming out, and that's number 13 or the number 4. Oh, we already have one of those, so we don't need that. I will pull some tarot, and then we will get into your reading. Clear and concise message for pile number 2 spirit. What do they need to know about the next 7 days? We have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Pentacles. And one fell on the floor, which is the 2 of Pentacles. Lots of Pentacles. I am going to get one more here. One more. We have Judgment. Okay. Very clear message. I am going to tap into this energy. Just give me a minute. Trim one frame just to make sure I have everything here, and then we will get into it. Okay. There's something going on. I think you have been involved in for quite some time here with this 10 of Pentacles. So it's been ongoing, and I think there's a goal definitely in mind that you had or you have had with what it is you're working with. But I feel as though there is a sudden change, okay? And I feel like this sudden change makes you feel very uncomfortable because I think it's abrupt, and I think it kind of wears a mask of something that might be looking like it's heading in an unfair direction, or in the direction of the opposite way of what it was that you were trying to accomplish here. Okay, so I feel like you feel a little bit like it's out of your hands, and whatever that energy is, it seems as though it is really, really unfair, and it is looking like it's heading in a direction that is making you question a whole bunch of things. Okay, so I feel like you kind of are in a situation where in the next 7 days you have to release everything that you've known to be true to whatever this is that you've applied here, because I feel like abruptly it changes into something that I don't think you recognize. And I think it comes with a little bit of fear and hurt, because I feel as though it's something you've invested in, and the abrupt change in this leaves you with a feeling almost like you've been robbed of something here, that you've invested a lot of time, energy, and effort. Now, what you don't see here, though, is that whatever this is, Spirit is asking you to trust that there's a greater plan here. For some of you guys, this transforms into something I feel is better than what it was that you were trying to accomplish. Okay, I feel like a lot of you guys are really fixated on something here, though, that it makes it more difficult to transition from allowing something to form in the way it's supposed to form. And I pass no judgment. I'm just reading the cards here. I feel like you're really hung up on some sort of outcome or something here, because I do feel like you've invested a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of effort. You've been investing in hopes of some sort of outcome, some sort of payoff, some sort of transformation here. And then I think it just abruptly comes to an end, or takes a 180. So I'm going to give examples here now, just kind of utilize this in your situation. I'm not sure. Let's just say you are working on code. This is the only thing I know, because on my site, I'm working on code. I come up with a brilliant idea, and I don't know, I've invested months and months, and for whatever reason, my computer poops out, and all the code I was working on, I did not make a backup, and computer guys cannot bring up my code. I've lost all my crap, and I just feel like giving up on the whole idea of even continuing whatever said website, said idea, said thing, right? So that's kind of what I'm feeling here, like an abrupt something that you can't really find a way around. So it leaves you kind of in a state of like, yeah, like, is Mother Nature playing a trick on me? Like, I don't understand. It's hard to understand, you know, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, like a day or two later, or however long later, I'm browsing the internet, and I see a package of whatever coding that is presenting me with the exact thing I was working on for many months, and it is also has all these added packages that I can apply for that I didn't even know existed, that help propel me forward, and I can launch my site way faster, or whatever web page or whatever it was that I was working on way faster, because I come across this piece of information that allows me to move forward. Or nothing to do with my site, I then invest my energy in something that is more in line with what I was supposed to be doing, but I was trying to make something happen for myself based on an idea, based on a thing that just seemed to keep closing out on me, or at least I was investing, and then finally the door closed, or something abrupt happened. Something, I think, in the way of you not expecting, and I don't think it is something that you're, like I said, too happy about here, okay? But there's definitely a bigger picture going on here, and I think it allows you to explore another venue, or at least the outcome of whatever is going on kind of blows up in a different way that's more in line with what's supposed to happen here. This kind of always gives me the Seven of Cups type with the Imagine. And I do feel like with the Seven of Cups, there's we could be in a state of like just lots going on and illusion, or not very clear here, having too many options. I do feel like whatever was kind of up in the air, whatever was up in the air, whatever was not clear, whatever was causing whatever this was to not be grounded or not be executed, I feel results in something happening in the next 7 days that clears out the clutter in order for you to move forward and either explore another area or explore this a little more directly in a way that is different than what you were doing. Okay, so it could be the same thing, could be something completely new, but at the end of the day, whatever the result is here, it leads you in the direction of something you're supposed to be investing in, you're supposed to be doing, that's paying forward whatever it's supposed to be giving to you. Because I feel up until this point, you've been investing, and I don't think you've been getting anything out of this. Okay, so if this is something that you've been putting more into, investing your time, your energy, you've been trying to make it work, it's kind of more of a I'd say this is more of a challenge or a downside here to you, a hindrance almost. I mean, I think you enjoy this, whatever this is, to a degree, but I think there's a level of frustration here because I think you've been trying to make something work, trying to make something click, or trying to get something off the ground, and it's just not quite happening. Okay, so I think with something being pulled, turned off, cut, broken away, this is an abrupt ending of sorts with whatever this is. I feel like it leaves you with the truth of a situation in which leads you directly to something here that is a beautiful gift from the universe to you. Okay, so it might come in the form of great pressure, and you might focus on, you know, the spilt milk or what is lost. But what Spirit is saying is trust the great mystery. Okay, through this transformation, you might feel a lot of pressure. Maybe like with this frightened card, you might be kind of questioning everything here. You might feel like the universe is not in agreement, not aligned. And what the universe really wants you to do with this disillusion is surrender any outcome, surrender any labels, surrender any sort of structure. This is like starting from ground zero. That's what this is, okay? So it might suck in theory. It might suck in theory here, but this is what the universe is saying. That's going to bless you with a gift. And I feel like it leads you straight to what it is that you're supposed to be getting blessed with here. Okay, so if you're spending or turning your wheels or spending time in an area that, I don't know, you might feel is right, or you might, I don't know, or maybe it feels like something's off. Maybe you weren't quite sure how you were supposed to be navigating through something here. It might have never had felt right, or you might have felt like you're investing and not getting anywhere. You know, this might not be something that you were totally gung-ho with, but I do feel like it's something that you're trying to reap something here or make something happen that I don't think it did. And then it sort of turns in a way, okay? And for a lot of you guys, it might turn in a way that frightens you, only to kind of boomerang back in without all the noise and clutter and everything that's kind of not working in the situation, in order for things to get very clear and very focused and very pointed in the right direction here. And I do feel like you, like if you try to, I don't even know that you resist, because there's nothing to resist when it just abruptly kind of comes to an end here. But I feel like you might, you know, be in a state of thinking this is like for the bad, or that going to ground zero is not ideal. And in some cases, going to ground zero might not seem ideal, but in this case, I think this allows there to be a huge shift in whatever is kind of guiding you or pointing you. All right, so I do want to pull some advice here. I did not for pile one because I didn't feel there was advice needed, but here kind of sounds a little bit scary, and I don't want to leave you in a scary zone here. We also have seize the moment. So I do feel like there's something here about, you know, when things dissolve or having things kind of start over, there's an opportunity here for you to seize the moment in an opportunity here that I do feel is quite the gift. So we have the Six of Swords. Yeah, this is moving away from something that wasn't really working. So you might feel as though whatever you were working on was not working, wasn't yielding any results. Like I said, Spirit is saying you're moving on to calmer waters. So although this might seem an abrupt ending, you're surrendering the disillusion of something here, releasing it. For some of you guys, you might be making that active choice. It might not be something that is happening to you. Knight of Cups. Yeah, it might not be something that is happening to you, but you're kind of afraid maybe to let it go here because you work so hard on something, but you're no longer wanting to commit your energy, your time, and your effort here because it's not working, okay? So you might seize the moment and take that moment to finally call something quits or put an end or not invest because you're going to trust wherever, you know, wherever the wind takes you here in order to open the possibilities. Yeah, I feel that's for a lot of you guys who you already kind of have an inkling here of something that you've been maybe needing to stop investing or put an end to, or you just feel like it's throwing you off or hasn't resulted in anything here. You're wanting to trust the universe has greater plans here. So I think you finally pull whatever this is off and going to kind of explore or travel or understand kind of a different thing here. Although I think it is scary for a lot of you guys because you have invested quite a bit here. So we asked for advice here. We have the Six of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Three of Cups. And look how beautiful that is. So you're moving out of a state that, you know, with the Six of Swords, this is turbulency. This is where, you know, things aren't quite right. There could be a lot of stress. Stress, I think, in trying to make something work. And now we're going to calmer waters and we're going into the Cups, which is, you know, all about creativity, all about passion and love. And I do feel like you're kind of moving towards something that is more receptive here to, and in line with your creative enjoyment, with your passion, with your, I feel like even this is something that maybe you are able to really connect on an emotional level to, rather than something that you're kind of in your head so much about. Because I do feel like in the state that you were in right before the Six of Swords was a Five of Swords, which I think was conflict. I think it was a lot of useless stuff going on that was really challenging. And I feel you move away here, and now we're more receptive here with the Knight of Cups. And the Three of Cups is beautiful because this is coming together with a network of people. This is you know, making things work. This is celebrating. This is enjoying one's time with friends and family, and it really is celebration. I feel there's something here that's accomplished here, and I do feel it is, you know, in the emotional realm here with all the cups. So it is beautiful, and I feel like in the moment, you know, it might seem, like I said, something that might be scary to dissolve here or call quits, but I do feel it leads you directly to a Knight of Cups and a Three of Cups here, okay? And I feel like for those of you guys who call it quits here and put something to an end, I think you follow your bliss. You're able to now kind of clear things up here and follow what's going to be more in line. We have 21, which I was seeing the number 3, and 3 is all about collaborating and working together with others with the gifts here, and we have the Three of Cups. So I do feel like there might be a network of people, a group of people, some people, or another person here in which I feel you're able to come together with that I think allows you to kind of move something forward. And with Trust the Great Mystery, we don't see what this is. I'm not going to pressure Spirit into telling us what this is, but I think for a lot of you guys, you might know what you're trying to move away from. It feels very Five of Swords. Like I said, you might have been putting in a lot of your energy, your effort. You're maybe conflicted here because you haven't got any results, and there's a need to just surrender and let everything kind of fall apart, really, at the end of the day. If it's falling apart on you, then just know it's for a greater purpose. If you're making the active decision because you finally want to explore, you finally want to see what's out there, this spirit is supporting you in letting you know that you might feel a little bit of discomfort here, but it is necessary in order for you to transform and move away to something more clear, more in line with your destiny, more in line with your creative pursuits, your passion, your love. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. And I do see it becoming very streamlined. Okay, something that might have been a little bit all over the place. I do see it being way more streamlined. There might be a transitional period where you're trying to scramble maybe, and that's awkward, okay, because I don't know, maybe it's like I said, it's been some time you've been investing or in that environment or situation that once the Five of Swords is gone, or once that pain, whatever it is you're investing in is kind of removed, you kind of become antsy, or you're not quite sure where to direct your energy. Again, that's that Seven of Cups. There might be too many things. You're not quite sure. You're kind of exploring. But I feel universe comes in with a great opportunity for you to get very direct, very clear. And it is a beautiful gift coming in here. And I think it's a lot of different things for a lot of you guys, because whatever you're working on here is, you know, pertinent to whatever it was that you were kind of trying to achieve in your life. I do feel like it involves maybe a network of people, maybe, you know, one other person for sure, but only you'll know what this is about. All right, so I'm going to leave you guys right here. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and leave a like, leave a comment. I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, gorgeous pile number 3. You picked the Mystical Sister. Absolutely beautiful. Card number 50 with the butterfly. If you want to skip ahead, I will put in the timestamp all of the options here after the shuffling. So if you're not interested in the shuffling, you can skip ahead there. And for those of you guys who enjoy this process, we are asking Spirit for a clear and concise message in this timeless video. For pile number 3, we want to know the next 7 days, what is the energy coming towards pile number 3? What can they expect energetically in the next 7 days for the greatest, highest good of pile number 3? Thank you so much, Spirit. I'm so blessed. Please protect me and pile number 3 as we channel and deliver this message. And thank you so much, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy and the energy around you. So we have dancing lights. Dancing lights. Okay. Clear and concise message for pile number 3. Feeling this one here. We have frightened coming out. That came out in pile number 2, if you were so-called drawn to that. All right, we have garden. We have the dancer, self-expression and strength. Wow. We have poised with the number 48. We have dominance with 16 or the number 7. Dancing lights, the dancer, that's interesting. We have frog spirit with clear the clutter, number 28, or the number 10. Ooh, and a big spill. I don't think I read these numbers. We have number 20, and then we have the 8 of spades, which is the 8 of wands. All right, we have speaking your word with voice, number 25, or the number 7. We have 2 more oracle cards, and then we'll pull your tarot. Next 7 days for beautiful pile number 3. Right here, right now, Spirit, what do they need to know about the next 7 days? We have Mercury with messages, number 20. And voice. Interesting. Okay, we'll pull one of these. Clear and concise message. We have the Self, 29, or the number 11. Okay, I will put that right here. So we have room for the tarot. Let's pull some tarot. Make sure I'm in frame. Beautiful. All right, Spirit, clear and concise message for pile number 3. What do they need to know about the next 7 days? The energy coming towards them in the next 7 days. Timeless message. We have the 3 of Cups. We have the Magician. We have the 3 of Swords, and we also have Death. Okay. Are we in frame? We are. What do we see here? Interesting. Okay. It is kind of an energy I've been picking up collectively here. I might do a collective reading here in a bit because I've been seeing or hearing this. So there's something here in your, you might be resonating with pile 2. This is a little different, but resonating with this energy here of something that I feel you haven't been acting on. I feel you haven't been acting on this, and it's really speaking your truth, and I really feel it's putting the end to something here that I feel like is going to liberate you, okay? I feel like you've been kind of either feeling stuck in a situation, or maybe out of a sense of duty or obligation here, or maybe somebody's been kind of, I don't know if they've been controlling or asserting their dominance over you, or trying to, like, I don't know, bully you into something here, or at least you felt kind of held back or trapped or something like this. But I feel like you stand up for yourself, and I feel like what you do is get very, very brave, okay? And I feel you just walk to the beat of your own drum here in a situation where you might have felt very stuck, is all I could really say. And you communicate your truth here. And you either send that email, you send that text message, you send that letter, you send whatever it is. You might vocalize it as well here with voice, okay? I just feel you really speak your truth. And I feel your desire here is to release yourself from something here, although I think you're quite scared to do this, because I think what you're expecting here, you know, might result in some sort of separation, some sort of sadness, some sort of heartache. But I feel like the greater reward here, I do feel you see, and that is to manifest something beautiful for yourself. I feel like you want to open the door here to a new network of people. Maybe you want to, for a lot of you guys, it could be all of a sudden you end a relationship, okay? Because you want to go to explore the dating scene here. Maybe you are tired of the same friend group. Maybe you're tired of the same work friends. There's something here that you do that I think you've been contemplating. And I think it kind of frees you from something here. And I feel like you're really inspired to do this because I think you see a reward here in freeing or liberating yourself and getting rid of some sort of oppression or something here that you're not liking about the state that you're in. And I feel like this really allows things to change here with the Death card. It really allows things to transform, and it leaves an opening here for you to really liberate yourself from whatever this is. I feel like you really have to find the courage and the strength here, okay? Self-expression, speak your word, messages, strength. Okay, you really have to dig in deep here, because I feel you are frightened about maybe the outcome, about maybe hurting feelings or separating from, maybe this is someone you've been friends with for some time, but you felt it heavy, or you just felt you no longer wanted to be in the same type of situation here. You know, and for some of you guys, you might not even end the relationships so much. I do feel like it is a relationship or job or some day in, day out people that you surround yourself with, okay? So a network of people, person. I feel like what you really do is you address something here that you no longer can deal with, okay? With clear out the clutter. Something that's not working for you, that I think you've been quite quiet about, or maybe you haven't really communicated this. And so I feel like you find a way to respectfully communicate this piece. And I do feel it brings harmony. And I feel it brings harmony in a lot of different ways. So either it brings harmony because it allows you to explore other job, people, whatever, or it brings harmony in that dynamic. You know, if it's your workplace, you might finally communicate about a truth about something that wasn't sitting right. And you might feel as though maybe if you communicate this, you might be blackballed or ousted or looked as, you know, someone who is a shit disturber in some way. But what I feel is then you get actually people who say, hey, yeah, you know what, that does make sense, or I don't know why that was a thing. Let's do something to make it better. Like, I just feel like you make an impact here that I don't think you were, that you weren't, or you were shying away from, or you were avoiding for quite some time. And I feel like you really get empowered here, the self-expression. Like, I feel like this comes from a place of you just have to find it within yourself to communicate what this is. And no matter how outlandish I feel this is, because I do feel for some of you guys, it is something here that might not make a lot of sense to other people. So you might not have said it. And I do feel like you have buy-in, or at least you have support from someone either afterwards or during. Okay, because with Mystical Sister, this is somebody who supports us. This is somebody who we can rely on. This is a good friend, a sister, family member, soul tribe, somebody here who supports us. And so I feel like you do have support here, you know, and maybe it is having to cut out the wrong ones and find the right ones here. I feel like this allows you to really bring in the right group of people here. And I feel like the anticipation of whatever, you know, heartache, or at least this anticipation of it not going well, I think is built up. But I do feel like it is kind of you know, what's it called, bittersweet type thing, because I do feel like there is something here that does come to an end, okay, that needs to change, that is no longer, it's just no longer can stay the way it is here. I feel like it has to be either removed completely or just change, and it kind of is what it is at this point, okay? So take what's resonating here for your situation, but I do feel like you've been feeling quite controlled in this situation, and maybe you felt like other people were being selfish or self-serving or not really looking out for your best interest is what I'm really picking up here. And so you come in full of information that's really standing up for yourself and saying, here are the things I need, here are the things that aren't happening, here's why I'm going, here's why I'm, what I'm proposing here, maybe as an ultimatum. I don't know what this is, but I do know that you do communicate some sort of truth here that empowers you, and it aligns you with manifesting or bringing in something great here. And you do have support from someone. It might not be someone directly involved, or it could be as a result of moving on from whatever. You find someone here that is more supportive of this. I do feel it is supportive of this transformation period, because I'm getting heavy transformation. Okay, and maybe that's where the fear came in. It's like, okay, I'm going to have to maybe be apart from my friend group and maybe not have any friends. So you might have a literal sister that, or a cousin or someone here who supports you. Maybe, it's hard for you to break out with the homies, right? Like, or your homegirls or whatever, and you just outgrew them. You just no longer want to be in whatever situation here. And, maybe people aren't expecting you to say, hey, like, I'm just not feeling it, or I'm no longer wanting to engage with these people, this crowd, this network of whatever this is, this person, okay, for whatever your reasoning. And I do feel you do break out of some sort of binding and some sort of, I feel like you're really liberated, and I feel like you're no longer feeling like you're stuck under someone's thumb or having to massage a situation for someone else's liking. And it's very liberating. All right, so this is what I see here for pile number 3. Let me know how this resonated. The messages were very unique this time around, very exciting, and I love you guys very much. If you haven't liked this video and you resonated, please do so at this time. If you haven't subscribed, please don't forget, and I will see you soon. Bye.